You probably know someone like this. 50, 60 years old. Never talks about money. Never shows off. But whenever they need cash, it's just there. They live stress-free. And their secret is a business that sounds boring. I don't mean boring as in bad. They live well, they travel, they owe nobody anything. I mean business is so ordinary that 99% of people would never even think about starting one. And that's exactly why they work. I went through the businesses with the highest survival rates in this country, and I found 20 that almost nobody talks about. Some of these are going to make you a little uncomfortable, because you probably think of them as jobs, not businesses. That mindset right there is costing you money. If you only remember one thing from this video, make it the last one. It's the most counterintuitive, and it's the one that builds the most wealth. Let's get into it. Number 1. Laundromats. Before you write this off, hear the number. Laundromats have close to a 95% survival rate at the 5-year mark. Out of 100 people who open one, nearly 95 are still running it 5 years later. Compare that to the overall average, where almost half of all businesses shut down in that same window. A well-run laundromat can bring in well over $100,000 a year with margins around 50%. And 90% of the customers are repeat customers. Nobody has to convince anyone to wash their clothes. Clothes get dirty on their own. Number 2. Automated car washes. A single location can profit well into 6 figures a year, and once it's set up, it basically runs itself. People want a clean car, they just don't want to wash it themselves. Most car washes today run on membership plans, $20 to $40 a month. Wash whenever you want. That means the owner gets predictable income every single month, rain or shine. Number 3. Vending machines. This one you can start with less than $10,000. A single machine might bring in around $30,000 a year, but the real money isn't in one machine, it's in 30 or 40 of them placed in the right spots. A gym, a hotel lobby, an office building. You negotiate the location, stock it, collect the money. No employees, no office, no experience required. And there's a twist most people never think about: specialty vending. Not soda and chips. Beauty products in a salon. Fishing bait near a lake. Electronics in an airport. The more specific the niche, the less competition, and the higher the margin. Number 4. Trash and junk hauling. Waste management is a massive industry, and contracts renew themselves automatically because trash never stops existing. You don't need to compete with the big companies. Start with a truck and a couple of bins. Offer junk removal in your area. Someone's trash is literally your income. Number 5. Pressure washing. You can start this for under $5,000. A washer, a truck, some business cards. You charge a couple $100 a job cleaning driveways, patios, house exteriors. Clean one house on a street, and the neighbors start calling you too. You don't need advertising. Your work does the talking. Number 6. Self-storage units. There are more storage facilities in this country than McDonald's and Starbucks combined, and most of them are still run by independent owners, not big chains, which means there's still room to get in. The average customer pays every month for over a year, and some of them straight up forget what they even have stored, but they keep paying anyway. That's about as passive as recurring income gets. Number 7. Pest control. Most of the revenue in this industry comes from recurring service contracts. You sell the customer once, and then you get paid every month without selling them anything again. And pests, just like trash, never really go away. Number 8. Landscaping. Every neighborhood has trucks pulling trailers full of mowers, and there's a reason for that. It works. It's a monthly contract business. Get 20 or 30 accounts locked in and you've got predictable income. But most people in this space make the same mistake. They keep charging like an employee instead of thinking like an owner. The difference between making $40,000 a year mowing lawns and making $200,000 is simple. Stop being the one who mows and become the one who manages the people who mow. Number 9. Commercial cleaning contract. Not houses, offices, medical buildings, schools. A single contract with one office building can pay you thousands of dollars a month, and it renews automatically year after year. A lot of people already have the experience for this, they just haven't made the leap from charging by the hour to charging by the contract. Number 10. Pool cleaning. Especially if you're somewhere hot. A pool tech running a route of around 40 clients can pull in 6 figures working half days. You show up, you clean, you collect, you move to the next one. And pools need upkeep even when nobody's swimming in them. Number 11. Mobile auto detailing. Like a car wash, except you go to the customer. No storefront, no rent, just a van, your supplies, and 3 or 4 jobs a day. Do good work and the customers refer you without you even asking. Number 12. Scrap metal collection. You act as the middleman, collecting scrap from construction sites and remodels and selling it to recycling plants. What people are throwing away, you're turning into cash. Number 13. Ice vending machine. Sounds strange, but a single ice machine can generate real money every year, running 24/7 with 0 employees. It pays for itself in about a year to a year and a half. Especially profitable anywhere hot, hot, or near campgrounds and RV parks. You're literally selling frozen water. That's simple, that profitable. Number 14. ATMs. You can pick one up for a couple $1,000s, place it in a local bar or gas station, and charge a small fee per transaction. One machine won't change your life, but 10 or 15 of them is serious, mostly passive income. All you're doing is refilling cash and collecting fees. Number 15. And this is one nobody wants to talk about. Portable restrooms. Every construction site, every festival, every outdoor event needs them, and somebody has to provide them. An operator running 50 units is quietly sitting on 6 figures. Glamorous? No. Profitable? Absolutely. Number 16. Pet waste removal. Before you laugh, there are over 90 million households with dogs in this country, and most owners hate cleaning up after them. 50 clients paying weekly adds up to real monthly income, and 100 clients doubles it. All you need is a scooper and zero misplaced pride. Number 17. Parking lot striping. Every shopping center, every school, every church needs their lines painted, and in a lot of states it's actually required by law. The equipment costs a few $1,000s, and a single job can pay you hundreds to a couple thousand in one afternoon. Almost nobody even knows this business exists, so the competition is close to zero. Number 18. Appliance repair. When a fridge or a washer breaks, people need it fixed today, not next week. Replacing a fridge can cost thousands, repairing it costs a couple hundred. Demand never drops because appliances always break down, and fewer young people are entering this trade every year, which means less competition with every passing year. Number 19. Notary and loan signing services. One of the cheapest businesses on this entire list to get into. Certification costs under $150, and once you're certified you can charge good money per signing, even more if you specialize in mortgage closings. And here's an angle almost nobody mentions. If you speak more than one language, you have a real edge, because there are millions of home buyers who need a notary who speaks their language. And number 20, the last one, the one I told you to remember. Wash and fold delivery. Why save this one for last? Because it combines everything that makes the other 19 work. Recurring income, low competition, constant demand, and something most people overlook: convenience. We live in a world where people pay extra to not have to do things themselves. They pay for food delivery, dog walking, house cleaning. Most people still do their own laundry, but that's changing fast. You don't even need to own a laundromat. You can partner with one that already exists, offer the pickup and delivery service, and keep a healthy margin. No equipment, no storefront, just logistics and consistency. Now here's the part most people skip past, because a list like this means nothing without proof. So let me tell you about two people. Same age, same paycheck, completely different endings. Mike is 41 years old. He works in logistics and makes about $58,000 a year. Solid job, honest paycheck. But Mike has been wanting to start a business for 6 years and has never actually done it. Why? Because every time he thinks of an idea, he compares it to what he sees online. He wants an app, a personal brand, a podcast, something that looks impressive. And because none of his ideas ever feel perfect, he does nothing. He just keeps waiting for the ideal moment, the ideal idea, the ideal amount of money. Meanwhile, Mike spends about $150 a month on subscriptions he forgot he even has, and another $350 eating out because cooking after work feels like too much. Over 6 years, that's north of $36,000 spent on absolutely nothing that outlives the month it was spent in. Ryan is 40, works maintenance at an apartment complex, also around $58,000 a year. But 3 years ago, Ryan did something Mike never did. He bought a pressure washer for $3,000, printed 100 business cards for $30, and started knocking on doors in his own neighborhood, offering to clean driveways and patios. The first month, he made an extra $700. His hands were shaking every time he knocked on a door, he'll admit that himself, but he kept going. By the third month, he was making an extra $2,000. By the sixth month, a homeowners association called him about their entire street, 20 houses, all at once. Today, 3 years later, Ryan has 2 guys working for him, a fully equipped truck, and the business alone brings in more than his old job ever did, a job he's already thinking about leaving for good. Ryan didn't have a perfect business plan. He didn't have a logo made by some agency. He didn't take a $2,000 course. He had a pressure washer, an old truck, and the willingness to do the part that looks embarrassing before it looks impressive. The difference between Mike and Ryan isn't talent. It isn't luck. It isn't even the idea itself, because pressure washing isn't original. It's not exciting. It's never going to impress anyone at a dinner party. That's exactly the point. Boring businesses pay for exciting lives. Mike is still out there looking for the perfect idea. Ryan already has 3 years of clients calling him back on their own, steady income, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing that if he lost his job tomorrow, his business would still be standing. And that, to me, is what real wealth actually looks like. It's not the number sitting in an account. It's the absence of fear. It's knowing that no matter what happens, a layoff, a recession, an emergency, you've built something of your own that holds you up. I'm not telling you to go quit your job tomorrow and buy a laundromat. What I'm telling you is to open your eyes to what's already sitting around you. The businesses nobody brags about. The ones that don't show up on social media media. The ones with no influencers selling you a $2,000 course. Out of the 20 I just walked you through, at least 5 you could start this weekend for under $5,000. And every single one of them solves a problem that's never going away. Clothes always get dirty. Cars always get dirty. Pests always come back. Trash always piles up. Appliances always break. Pools always need cleaning. While most people keep waiting for the idea of the century, the one who bends down, gets their hands dirty, and starts with what they already have is the one who ends up with the freedom everyone says they want but very few are actually willing to build. If this changed how you're thinking about even one of these, drop a comment telling me which one it was. And if you know someone who's been stuck for years trying to figure out what business to start, send them this video. It might be exactly what they needed to hear.